the T-Rex. Why does this sound so sad? Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, he's gone. Like a requiem for a fucking giant anaconda. Get my rocks out so I don't like. Oh, let me rephrase that.
Once I get the backup, I can.
Let me select rocks as my item that is currently equipped, so I don't waste my explosive traps.
Okay, I should find the server room.
Oh, that sounded funny. Level 2, so I can level up. I'm not going to. Like, I always forget to level up in games like this. So down is probably a secret area. It's probably the way we need to go, or not, or just down is the way we're supposed to go. Okay, never mind. Grapple looks like the same animation in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Might be. They might have just recycled Sony assets. I guess that wouldn't be a Sony asset.
I have to be.
Oh, this looks very familiar. We had a lot of areas like this in the first game. Ancient chimes. I love the names for things. Keys are ancient chimes. Brilliant. I'm still laughing over that. Let me get my rocks out. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Ancient toothpick. To do about Dalgard. Onto the matter of Mr. Dalgard. He's been a valuable member of Far Zenith for years. Even Peter saw the need for a polished spokesman to preserve anonymity for the rest of us. With all the new members we recruited to increase funds for the Odyssey's expedited timeline, there are simply not enough berths on the ship to accommodate. Cuts have to be made, and let's face it, Oswald lacks the skill set for our future aims. We'll retaliate if we exclude him, of course, so we'll have to give him a proper send-off, but that doesn't mean that his usefulness must end. We have plenty of source material to generate a digital puppet, giving us the means to... Oh my god, they're gonna clone him. They're gonna kill him and then clone him. Didn't get your rocks off? Yeah.
Please be here.
These people were not good people. Like, the first game, like, kind of led you to assume that the government agency was good and, like, had the best intentions. But apparently, judging by these logs, they were not very good people. It's like backstabbing people that they made deals with, killing them so they could just use their DNA to make a clone.
It's here.
Gaia version 6.
But I guess that's the whole point of why Aloy exists, is because Sobek realized that the government wasn't exactly as well-intentioned as they thought they were.
Elizabeth? Travis Tate.
Now, what's this we got here? A Far Zenith conspiracy to steal a copy of Gaia? And her subordinate functions? Naughty, naughty. You want me to handle this, Liz? Blasphemers! Brood of vipers! With a mighty hand I smite and pour troubles upon you!
Matthew McConaughey. The hell? She's got handguns. Thou shalt not steal. Super advanced terraforming system.
This ain't no copy of Gaia you stole, you losers.
Oh, he got
But
him.
it's the mother of all logic bombs. So good luck repairing your data. And next time you start thinking you can outsmart a Tate, remember my salute.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I knew it was going to be something highly inappropriate, but that's not... That, like, doesn't even scratch the line of inappropriate. Barely rubs up
Aloy?
against it.
The goddess.
There is no goddess.
The goddess.
I told you that already. That's not Gaia. That's not what I'm looking for. It's nothing but a fake.
It's a fake. He could have said, lick my taint. I thought he was actually going to grab his balls, to be honest. He's going to get his rocks out. That's the end of the game. We found out that it was all just fake from the beginning.
Varl, I'm sorry.
You have a sharp bite sometimes, you know? But it was pretty amazing to see you fly off that tower and blow up the entire basin.
The thing is, there's going to be more of that. I'm out of leads, Varl. But I have to keep searching. And fast. And whatever risks I have to take, I will. And it doesn't make sense to have someone with me.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Someone who might get hurt.
Leave his ass in the
This
dust.
is on me, Varl. Nobody else.
Independent.
Hold on. Before,
Independent
in
woman.
Meridian, you said there was a man who
Alright.
helped you. Sylens. You
How
said
come
you
you
used to
let
talk
him
to
help
a
you?
lot about
You
things
don't
you
let
discovered
me
from
help
the
you.
old world, things no one else understands. And he gave you the lance you used to defeat Hades.
He's gone.
Love silence.
Varl, I haven't heard from him since the battle against Hades.
Sure, but Spy Master Murad back in Meridian, he's good at finding people, isn't
Oh,
he?
that's where they're going to the Forbidden West.
Come on.
Gonna have to
it might
follow
work.
Sylens into the Forbidden
Plus, you'll get to see some friendly faces again.
in HD 4K resolution.
I guess it's worth a shot.
We've got a long walk ahead.
Actually,
With PS5 upgrades.
I've got a better idea.
Michael B. Jordan. New interlude, the point of the lance. Lance Riddick.
Son, it's true. She's come back.
Why the sun?
Bless us. The savior of Meridian has returned.
You earned this welcome. You saved them.
Not yet.
Keeper of the
In
technology.
the name of the Sun King of Vard, a royal welcome for the champion.
Make way. Murad, Aloy has an urgent matter to discuss.
Does she? That makes two of us. I've sent forth hunters for weeks. To Sunfall, all the way to the Sacred Land, searching for you. Something happened at the Spire. Come,
Oh shit.
I'll show you.
Are we doing Breath of the Wild stuff where we have to climb a spire to unlock parts of the map?
Watch your step. You saved us all, to be sure, but we're still cleaning up the mess.
Wife was like, stop looking. I'm right here.
It happened right after the solstice. We were able to explain it away, thank the sun. Otherwise, it might have caused a panic.
I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Why is the only person who was born from a machine the only white-skinned individual?
One night, for less than half a minute, it glowed an angry red. From Meridian, it looked like a trick of the light. But those who were closer, atop the light, said it could not have been a reflection. Much to my dismay, they said the light rose up from the tower's base. From that. We left everything just as it was.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. The Spire's supposed to send out signals, messages for the terraforming system.
But Hades tried to use it to wake up ancient war machines.
I was sure I got the connection to that thing. Wait here while I check it out.
So they just completely, like, disregard all
Let
of
us
the
know what you find.
accomplishments you made in the first game to create an excuse to make a second game? Like, oh, it turns out what you thought you did in the first game never actually happened.
Got a bad feeling about this. I don't know. Looks the same as before. I could pull this thing out of the... What?
Look at the water beating on the metal. For armor.
Transmission.
Ah, my spear! What the hell?
No, he wouldn't.
Oh, Sylens set her up.
Something was transmitted from the top of the spire. I guess I have to find a way up there.
Sylens gave her a fake spear.
Maybe I can jump to that ledge behind me.
Good call. So literally that's what they did. They essentially just disregarded everything that you thought you accomplished in the first game so they could make a second game. Had to find a way to make more money off of the franchise. Get in there, please. Back for it later. Can't get distracted. Alright, apparently I can grapple onto it, but it didn't do anything.
The polecaster can't reach that from here.
Shut up.
Closer.
Tell me what I can do,
There we go.
game. I don't like when game dev is cheap in a game to allow multiple sequels. Oh, we don't know yet. Let's let the game explain itself.
Now, how to cross over to the spire.
I remember this. This is in the tutorial.
Should be able to get up there now.
Oh, I wanted to launch
Silence is
myself.
helping me when he gave me Sylens. Looks like he tricked me. Transmitted something through the spire.
But shit, is Sylens a bad guy
Did he
now?
save Hades? Why would he do that?
Jerk face?
Well, if I can figure out where he sent it, I can track him down.
What?
Hopefully the transmission note at the top will tell me.
Uh,
Well, doesn't look like I can keep climbing this way.
shut up.
Looks like this panel's ajar. Can I go up through the inside?
Panel's not a jar, it's a panel. What the hell? Do you even know what a jar is? Funny jokes. Funny little puns.
Elevator? Let's see.
Access lift activated.
Lucky day.
There was, what is that game?
Maintenance
I
configuration.
think it was called Zork back in the day. It was like an old DOS game. It was like one of the very classic point-and-click
Wonder what the
adventure
card
games,
make
but it
of
was
this.
all based on puzzles that were solved with bad puns. And one of them was you had to open a door that was locked, and the only item you had in your inventory was like an empty jar. And if you like threw the jar at the door, it would create a door ajar. And the door
There's the
opened.
note.
I still remember that to this day, and that was when I was like 8 years old. For some reason, I just thought it was like the funniest thing ever. Apparently enough to the point where it still like exists in my frontal cortex of my brain all these years later. And then another puzzle you had to solve was you had to like, you were hungry and you were about to die from starvation, and a timer started ticking down. and you had a dog that you found,
Well,
and you were
Aloy,
like in a lava-filled
I
volcano.
see you
And in
finally
order to
figured
feed
it out.
yourself, you had to drop the dog in the
To
lava
be
and create a
honest,
hot
I'm
dog and eat
surprised it took you so
it.
long to discover my ruse.
You rigged the lands to steal Hades. How could you
It
be
was such
so
a
reckless?
stupid game, but it
Reckless.
was so funny.
You're the one who tried to purge Hades before its precious knowledge could be extracted. The mysterious signal that woke it, for example. Or where to obtain one of those Gaia backups you've been having such a hard time finding.
If you knew, why didn't you just tell me?
I've been having problems
Because then we
with my
wouldn't
own these
create a
past 6
sequel.
months, Leroy. The difference is, I've made progress. So once your anger at my entirely necessary deception has faded, now why don't you come out here and find me in the Forbidden West and learn all that I've discovered?
Oh, I'll come find you, all right.
Yes. Well, and the coordinates should make it simple enough. Even for you.
Wow. Burn. Is it Xanth? Is that what that game was called? Xanth? I always get Zork and Xanth mixed up. One is a text-based adventure. The other one was like a graphical point-and-click adventure. I think it was Xanth. Xanth. Zork is the text-based one? Gotcha.
There's no other choice.
I like those games too. I used to love text-based games. I still get apps on my phone occasionally when someone makes like a text-based app adventure. I download it on my phone. It's a cool spire though, it like
What I
transforms.
found.
Turn to Murad and Varl. These interactive things, side quests.
Is that a statue of me? That's
Sure is.
new.
Why is there a...
I guess I should be flattered by the statue. It feels wrong. Especially when my job's only half done.
I want a statue of me built someday. What the hell?
Machine carcasses. Remnants from the Battle of the Elite. We were almost overrun by the machines Hades controlled. But we pushed through.
I want to see a giraffe. Where's the giraffe? I want it. That was like the coolest moment in the first game. Was the first time you see one of the tall necks. You had to like run to catch up to it and jump off of a cliff that was high
Almost
enough
like
to
the day of
grab
the
onto
battle.
it and like
Can
climb
only
up
be
its
grateful
neck.
that it's a stormy day. Few will have seen the tower change from Meridian. What did you discover?
Hades.
On your
The danger
fucking
didn't
business.
end here. It went into the Forbidden West. And I have to follow.
I see. That can be difficult. The West is called Forbidden for a reason. A tribe of ferocious warriors controls much of it. The Tanakh, and they allow no trespassers past its border. That said, under the Sun King of Ard, a fragile peace has been negotiated.
Of course, the Sun King
And
of Ard, I'm
indeed,
familiar.
The next embassy will take place in a day or two on the edge of the frontier. Were you to attend the gathering under his auspices, the Tanakh might grant right of passage instead of hunting you and attacking on sight.
I don't trust this guy.
Just what I need.
I don't know why.
More killers.
Seems sketchy.
The Sun King.
The irony being that he's called the Sun King, but they shade him
Aloy.
from the sun concept.
It's good to see you. You left in such haste. We never had a chance to properly thank you.
Can we show the champion the spear now? Please?
Itamin, quiet.
It's true. We bear gifts. Decorum usually calls for a ceremony of offering at the palace. But I thought you would prefer a less formal occasion. Bring them, please.
Avad, this is all very kind, but Who's it? Vanasha.
Quick.
I vaguely
hand
remember
water
Avad
before
being
she
a
runs
dick
off
to her in the
again.
first game.
Really? Must you?
But they're cool armor.
Try it on.
Literally just protects my forehead.
It's beautiful.
It's
On
cool
behalf
looking.
of all the citizens of the Sundom, may these tokens remind you of our eternal gratitude.
Why can't I get like a whole headpiece like that dude? He's got a cool looking like Star Trek thing. I get one little headpiece that like fits my forehead. He gives me
Perhaps
vibes of
you'd like to spend more
civilization.
time with your friends. Come speak to me when you're ready to depart.
It's like one of those guys that's like on the side of the screen. Like, would you like to sign a truce? Would you like to barter? Learn more about
I
characters from the
need to
past and
attach
navigate
the
the
master
character bio
override to my
section.
new spear. Should be a workbench around here I can use.
So, I have an interesting relationship with Civilization games where I have a bad habit of buying every single one that ever exists because they always go on sale, like probably 1 or 2 times a year for like 10 bucks. Then I never play any of them because I know that if I play it, it's just going to be hours and hours and hours, and I'll probably never actually finish a single campaign. Oh wait, greet them. Don't be a dick.
Welcome
Hello.
back, Savior.
Hello.
We are at your disposal.
Game said greet. Greet. Hello. Greet.
An honor to make your
There
acquaintance,
we
Savior.
Here, yes. I greet you. I acknowledge your existence. Thank you for guarding my area. Not really my kingdom, it's the Sun King's kingdom, so I'm not entirely sure what ownership I should call to it. Yeah, and then there's like 14 DLCs for Civ 6. I mean, you might be the king, but do you have a
Sculptor
fucking
wanted
statue?
something even bigger, twice the size, covered in gold and jewels.
I said no.
But I was quite certain you wouldn't appreciate that.
I'm the king.
You were right. I'm sorry, Avad. It's good to see you, but I can't.
I think the way he holds his hand is actually even worse than the templed ones.
I'd hoped you'd remain in the city for a time.
Or steepled ones.
Perhaps at
Like,
the palace.
this is bad,
Radiant's
but like
still
to
in
just stand like this all the time.
But it's bigger than that. To put
It
things
just kind of
right,
puts
I
like
have to go
a
west.
sense of
To Nox.
inflated ego.
By the sun, that's a knock? Well, perhaps Murad already
Why
told you.
waste gold like that?
After years of hostility, we've negotiated a truce. In
What,
hopes of a
the
lasting peace.
reflector on his back?
Another embassy will be held in just a day or two.
Oh shit, there's dialogue in this game.
What makes this coming embassy so special?
Well, just like today, it is special because of the guest.
Oh,
Our
she
delegation will meet with
blushing.
the Tanakh just outside Barren Light. We'll give them treasure, and they'll return a prisoner. Fashav, one of our finest soldiers.
Of course, Fashav.
Soldier. Don't you mean raider?
No, not in this case. Fashav is my cousin, nothing like Helis and his ilk. He joined the Western expedition with the hopes of reining in certain excesses. But he was captured during a heroic defense of our forward base at Cinnabar Sands. And has been
Cinnabon
ever since.
Sands. Use the Cinnabon right now.
Your cousin, Vashav. How long
Oh
has he
boy,
been
there's
a
gonna be
Tanakh
side
captive?
quests.
5 years? Tanakh emissaries swear he is well, but I wonder. That tribe is renowned for its brutality. How did he survive? Well, I'll know soon enough. If you see him before I do, tell him that I await him in Meridian, where he belongs.
If I see him, I will.
I am a king, so I can never raise my voice above a whisper. It would be unbecoming of me. I'm baffled why there would be a group that has a sun god.
When you say years of hostility, I assume you mean
He's
the
the
Red
sun
Raids?
king. He's not the sun
yes.
god.
My favorite subject.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't need to know.
As you know, my father raided all the border tribes. The Asuram, Banuk, and Nora suffered greatly, resisting as best they could. But none fought back like the Tanakh. They rose up and assaulted our western front at Barren Light, sweeping us from their lands.
Boring
Getting them to talk to
dialogue.
us again after that was tricky.
Oh no, it is civilization.
How did you get the Tanox to talk
Have
again
to
after
have
the war?
political talks.
The same way I got you to talk. By giving gifts.
The Tanox like tiaras?
More like medals, spices, and relics looted during the fighting. We've met with them on several occasions, and the gifts seem to have eased the tension. But this coming embassy is the most important yet. The best sign we've had so far that the Tanakh want lasting peace.
I'm gonna say something that might come off like somewhat insensitive to certain people out there, but I've never been one for redheads. I'm not a huge fan of redheads. Never really had any particular allure to me with redheads, but
any happiness he has, he owes to you.
Aloy's got something. Not saying I'm attracted to a video game character or anything weird like that. I'm not a weeb, alright? I'm just saying, like,
Wouldn't the crown go to a son of yours?
if I saw a redhead who looked like her in real life, I'd be like,
I'd have to get married for that to happen.
Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Oh,
Murad
Sun King.
keeps
Sun King
throwing
would be
noble
better.
matches at me.
Of course, he would always be going down.
But I find I'm
But,
always trying to make them into someone they're not. At any rate, I never aspired to the throne, and I don't wish to sit there forever. When Edaman comes of age,
shucks.
I hope to step aside.
Shucks.
Free of the crown. I might finally be able to travel the world.
Might be able to...
Who knows? Perhaps
Wed.
even accompany you on one of your adventures.
You make it sound easy.
So that's where he was going with it. You got the hots for Aloy, man.
I need to get going.
One moment, Aloy. There's
Aloy
something I
looked
must
younger
ask
in
you.
this than the first game.
Since you left, I've thought of little else.
This isn't really the time.
But it has to be. The way you left before, there's no way to know when I'll see you again. I'm not trying to stop you, or hold you back. But I need to know. When your mission is over, will you return to Meridian? And stay?
Be my concubine.
Long enough for us to spend time, to get to know each other properly, perhaps.
Just feeling like a soap opera. Ah! Punch him! Oh, no, it's not punch him. Choose fist and Aloy will fist him. Choose brain and Aloy will... Never mind. Choose heart and Aloy will rip the heart out of his chest, saying Kali Ma. Flashpoints offer moments of emotional choice. How Aloy expresses her personality is up to you. Oh, I can't be a dick. I just can't. Like, I'm not one in life, and I can never seem to play a dick character in a game. I feel bad. Front the challenge directly. Are you kidding? At a time like this, where robots are killing people? It is a nice thought. I would love to love you. Now's not the time. You know what? Let her have her love, man. Who am I, as the puppeteer with the marionette strings, to stop this beautiful young lady and this beautiful young man from experiencing their love together?
I do hope to see Meridian again, Avad. And you.
Especially you.
But this mission, it's my life. It's all I can think about. I have to stay focused. What happens after? I can't imagine that.
So it would turn me on too much.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting flustered.
If that place
just
were to end up being Meridian,
starting to think of it.
know that you will always receive a boundless welcome here. Tend to your mission, Aloy. I will hope for your success, and look forward to your return.
I didn't realize there was going to be a soap opera within my game. Jeez. More dialogue. Battling, killing. That is the thing we must do. What did I just say? Oh, I have to greet these guys. Hey, hey, hey.
I'll be right here until you need me.
Hey, shut up. Just yelled, get back. What's going on? What's happening? Yo.
All you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello.
Savior
Hello.
of Meridian.
Well met.
And well met to you, my kind sir. Thank you for carrying that boulder around. You're doing the Lord's work, I tell you.
The Deathbringer we defeated.
Scrap it, turn it
This
into a
machine
tank.
was the last line of defense for Hades. It dragged the orb up here and then nearly killed me, but it's just a piece of scrap now.
Supposed to be looking for a workbench. There. Hello, my lady. Greetings.
Dowager Queen Nasadi.
What are the odds
Yes,
that the
champion.
queen hits on her too?
Itamen, what do you say?
And has some huge
My
stones to be
humblest
walking like
thanks
that.
to you,
I
great
can't.
champion, for delivering my mother and me from Sunfall.
Too good.
And
Too
for
good of a
defending
pun.
our holy city against the forces of shadow. Did I say right?
You said it fine, Itamen.
Thanks
And
for
you're
making it completely obvious you don't actually
Champion,
mean
will
anything
you
you just
teach me how
said.
to shoot like a
asshole.
real machine hunter?
Itamen.
I have to go on an important mission, Prince.
To save the world?
Something like that.
Save
But
the
when I
world
come
before
back,
bedtime?
I could give you a few tips. It would be an honor.
The prince is like, and then maybe
We
I could
owe
give
you
you
our
some
lives,
tips.
champion, and we will not forget. May the sun light your way.
Watch out for Thunderjaws, champion.
There's a thing? I'm gonna have to worry about fucking thunder gods out here? What the hell? Why? Kids are brutally honest. They are. They hurt my feelings, quite frankly. Holy me.
There, the workbench.
What is this, Vanasha? Silent treatment.
Super rare, super rare, super rare. Metal bone. What the fuck is
Both it.
Can't be both
Vanasha.
metal and bone.
Thanks for being here.
Or it'd be
Wouldn't
Wolverine.
miss it, even if you did leave us hanging after the big battle.
Vanasha, stop. She's here now, isn't she?
For the moment. But I see that look on her face. She's got business to attend to, and it isn't in Meridian.
You know, I didn't vanish before because I wanted to. I had.
No, Huntress. Please. You don't have to justify yourself to us.
Why is everybody
You
hitting
saved
on
our
her?
butts. If you've got to go, go.
What
With
the
our
heck?
blessing.
Always.
You both look like you're doing well.
Mr. Shiny Pants here is now the Sun King's senior military advisor. That means people actually have to listen to him talk. May the sun bless their sorry souls.
At least I say something of substance every once in a while.
What was that? I just fell asleep while you were talking.
And how about you, Vanasha?
I've been looking after
rude
Nasadi and
as hell.
Itamen. 2 parts bodyguard, 1 part...
Bad influence.
Huh. I was gonna say nanny, but I like your version better.
Everybody just hitting on each other all the time in this game, or am I just like that socially awkward that I don't know what's socially acceptable? Like, I feel like touching anybody's personal space is like flirtatious. Like, if anybody comes up and like grabs like that, if anybody were to like grab me in the middle of a sentence and like hold my shoulder like this and like stare into my eyes, I'd be like, "Are you about to fuck me?" What's
I never
happening
pictured
right
you
now?
as a nanny. Itamen must be special.
Hold on now. I'm not entirely domesticated. Nasadi was
Welcome
the
to
Mad Sun
Sodom.
King's wife. She has enemies. I've had to foil a plot or two.
Right. You can try to hide it, but inside, you're as soft as a silk pillow.
Oh, you have no idea.
She's so touchy-feely.
Oh dear.
We were talking about Itamen?
Yeah, okay, I admit it. Idamen's cute. He's fun, and he looks up to me. I like him. Except when he forgets to wash his hands after hooking worms in that muddy garden behind his solarium. Blech.
I can honestly say I don't know like the last time other than a relationship where I'm dating somebody that like in regular conversation with somebody else we've touched each other in any way. Like that's so foreign to me. Apparently some people just do it all the time. They're just like, "Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, good pecs. You've been working out at the gym? Oh, those feel real firm. How's it going?"
It's been
How
months
does he know
since I
how
was in
silky soft
Sunfall.
her insides are? Oh,
What's
God.
become of the Shadow Karja?
As an introvert, please
After
don't
you
touch
wiped
me.
out
Yeah,
the
that's pretty
eclipse,
much what
there were
I'm
hardly
saying.
any
Yeah.
priests or
I
officers
don't know if
left to
that's like a
terrorize the
regular
little
thing for
people.
extroverts that they
Avad
just like
offered
touchy-feely
amnesty
each
to
other all
all
the
who
time
were
while they're
forced to
talking.
serve
But I'm
the
like,
shadow.
dude, stay away.
So the commoners cleaned out the citadel and
If you
handed it
touch
back
me,
to
I'm
you.
only going to think one of two
The
things:
Sundom was
either like
unified.
you're turned on and you
Avad
want
wanted
me,
Uther to take command of the garrison there,
or like
but Captain Cudley here refused. Rumor has it.
I don't know.
they wanted to stay
Actually, I
close to
take it back.
Uther
I'll
and
think one
Meridian.
thing. Apparently, just one
That's
thing.
nonsense, of course.
Well, I know. You're out. Go! Away with you.
Always an honor, champion.
Always a pleasure. But please, little huntress, come back someday and tell
She
us about
wants
your
her.
adventures. If I can't get in trouble, at least I can hear about yours.
I'm telling you, she wants anything that walks. Modify your spear. Installs the master override and a new module to enable the buildup and release of kinetic energy in combat. Requires a resonator blast skill. Apparently I have that. Your upgrade has been crafted. Yes!
Okay. Master override installed.
I like the
Plus,
music.
Something new. To store up and release energy. Resonator. Should help in a fight.
I like how the game plays it off like she's just naming these things in real time as she makes them. Resonator, yeah, that name just kind of came to me. Don't really know what inspired it. Light melee attacks are fast and can detach armor plates from small machines. Heavy melee attacks are slow but can knock down small machines. Why are you telling me this now? What? Why are you telling me this now? That was kind of cool. That name just kind of resonates with me. Get out.
Aloy, are you finished with your friends, or do you need more time?
What? Why do I feel like you're being a dick to me right now? Like, the way you said that. Are you finished playing with your friends, or do you need more time?
I better get going. And if I'm headed west, it sounds like I'll need rite of passage from the Tenakth, as you said. Where exactly is this embassy going to be held?
Past the Daunt, the canyon that marks the western border of the sun.
We've officially completed the
fortress
first
of Baron
quest line
Lug
of the
at its
game,
farthest
judging by the
edge.
green check mark
The
over
embassy
this
will
guy's
take
head.
place just beyond its gates. It's a long march, a fortnight on foot.
A couple of days hard riding should get us there.
Excuse
Actually,
me?
it might be better to rest here tonight. Head out in the morning.
Of course. I'll arrange it.
Why is everybody in this game so horny? Just talking about a couple days of hard riding. What the hell is happening? Tutorial's now over, and she leaves his ass behind. You're right, the tutorial's over, and she left his ass behind. Thank God, holy shit. That guy was gonna drive me nuts if he was gonna be in the entire game. Actually, if this is like the first game, that was one of the big things I didn't like about the first game, is like you literally had new gameplay elements and tutorials introduced until like the very last minute of the game.
My voice has grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine, but the iron won't subside. No matter
Shit, 2.5 hours into the game, the opening credits just start. Jesus. That's awful. Yeah, I hate games that do that. Like, they introduce new gameplay mechanics the entire length of the game. Another game I played that was a lot like that was Guardians of the Galaxy game. It was a really fun game and the story was pretty cool, but like literally every single fight was like, okay, let's introduce a new mechanic now that you're gonna have to use during this fight. And I was like, dude, we're 30 hours into the fucking game. Like, what are you doing? Why are we constantly adding more things to the game? Oh, that looks so good. That was weird. There was like a little stutter at the end there. Imagine like, I don't have a capture card that can feed a 4K signal through it to my broadcast software, so I always play these games in 1080 and they still look amazing. Like, I imagine what these games must look like in 4K. Like, it's gotta look at least a little better. And like, I kind of feel like buying a PlayStation 5 other than for exclusives was almost like a lot of wasted money because I never play games off stream. So I never get to enjoy them with like the full graphical capability of the machine. Anytime I'm playing a game, it's during the stream, and because of the limitations of my Elgato, I have to play in 1080p with like 30 frames per second. Oh no, it's 60 frames per second. That's right, because I was trying to play a game the other day on my PS5 through the Elgato, and I kept trying to turn the 120 frame per second feature on. Because I have a 120 frame per second TV, but because of all of these different pieces of the puzzle that I have to use and keep plugged in all the time, I can never use the 120 hertz part of it, because the video feed through my computer through the Elgato capture card doesn't allow 120 hertz. What would the upgrade cost be for a newer Elgato? Like $300. I looked at it the other day. I was like, fuck that. It's not worth it.
Never seen anyone use one of those to get around.
Is that how I get to Barren Light?
Yes, I mean usually, but not today. Not yet.
And why is that?
Well, the Daunt. The whole valley. It's infested with machines.
Ah, it's teasing us. It's not even showing us the machines.
Oh, I'm sure you can, but I'm under strict orders not to operate.
It's showing
until the whistle
explosions
down a
being
chain
caused
scrape
by machines.
sounds the all clear.
Look, I didn't come all this way just to stand around and wait. I'll crank that car down myself if I have to.
Well, but then who would crank it back up? Fine, fine.
I kind of like this guy. He's only gonna be in the game for like 5 seconds, but I like.
Should anyone ask, it might be best to say you forced me.
The facial expressions in this game are so good. Like, it's probably the most realistic.
I see smoke, but not a lot of activity.
Smoke's probably coming from something the machines wrecked. As for the quiet, well, there's a work stoppage in effect because of all the
New main
fuss.
quest to the brink.
What sort of machines are causing the trouble?
Oh, look at this.
Nasty ones, and lots of them. Bristlebacks, they're called. The strangeness is, they're not native to the Daunt. Just showed up. All of
There
a sudden.
are new machines
No
just
hunters to
popping up
kill
out
them?
of nowhere.
Oh, we've got hunters, just none that want to cross Ulvund. Boss of Chain Scrape. He is self-appointed. Work stoppage was his idea.
Yeah, well, I'm just passing through. Got an embassy to attend.
You should have said. That ain't gonna happen no time soon.
What are you talking about?
Hear that? That's your answer.
Who is that?
Karja Sun Priest. Ranked him down yesterday, about an hour
Look at
before
the view,
the
that's
machine
crazy.
trouble started. He's a very important man, or so he says. That embassy at Barren Light, he's the one supposed to run it.
Great.
I don't understand how that lift works. There's no teeth on the gears to grab it.
If you don't do as I say immediately, the Sun King himself shall hear of your insolence. Thanks to you, I was forced to spend the night shivering in the tent, exposed to attack. I might have died. Oh, me you refuse to transport, but not this... what? This Nora girl? This savage? Besides, scallywag.
Wadis. That's Aloy.
Studious Wadis.
Aloy, you know, savior of Meridian.
Really?
Show some respect on the name.
That lessens the insult, I suppose.
I came here for the embassy at Barren Light. Way I hear it, so did you.
Well, not with the valley infested. And so did
Look at the
Alamo.
faces! Oh my gosh, the
Proclaim
graphics in this
sun
game are like
priests
blowing me away.
Most precious and worthy of safekeeping. See? Scripture. I shall head to Barren Light when the captain of the Vanguard tells me the way is clear. And not a moment sooner.
I just kind of wish the lip syncing to the words was a little better.
Captain's a friend of mine, you know?
The
Where
actual
is
faces
Aaron?
themselves, like,
Wouldn't mind
so
seeing some
detailed.
more action, a little less scroll.
Wadis.
Studious Wadis.
Studious Wadis sent Aaron and another Vanguard out at daybreak to clear the way.
And so at daybreak...
Hey! Shh. Down the valley, then?
Yeah, said they checked the ruins on the left bank for tracks. Take it from there.
Okay. I hear there's a work stoppage. Any way to upgrade my gear?
I'll bet the smith and chain scrape would let you use his workbench. As for the bristlebacks, you might want to craft some acid arrows. Hitting their canisters with those will take them down quick.
Thanks. I'll find Aaron and I'll bring him back. Hey!
Are those like warthogs
Where do you
or
think
something?
you're going?
What? To the top of the ridge. To wait in safety.
Sorry. Operator's under strict orders. No passengers till the whistle blows, right?
That's right. Best start cranking.
Why?
Painiest and the gluteus
Jorf,
that
would you
man is.
kindly escort Studious to chain scrape and wait for me there?
You got it.
I will find Aaron, and I will help clear a path. But after that, no more excuses. Barren Light. Embassy.
If such be the will of the sun.
It will be. Trust me.
And that's the other thing about the capture card too, is I can't play with HDR on, and I've heard HDR in this game is amazing. All of these
gotta
graphical
find
improvements for this generation I
That
never
might
get
be
to
good to
see
hit
because
chain
of all the
scrape
ways
first
that
and
all of my
upgrade my
stuff's
bow.
hooked up. But for now, we've successfully finished the first main quest, which was essentially the tutorial. We'll call it there for tonight. Thanks for joining Mr. Board Games. Thanks for checking us out later on the VOD or on YouTube if you do. And we will be back tomorrow, Monday at 8 p.m. Central to continue our trek to the Forbidden West. Look at that. Let's take one last look at this awesome view. Whoa. It reminds me of Red Dead Redemption 2. Like the very beginning of Red Dead Redemption 2, you start at like the top of the snowy mountains and you can see like the whole landscape ahead of you. And I'm looking forward to this game. Now that it's opened up, it should be open world from this point on. But thanks for joining. Looking forward to seeing what's coming up in the Forbidden West. And I'll see you guys next time.